Hello lads and lasses, cats and kittens. This is your girl, the Black Cat X1, hostess with the mostest, the horror maven herself of Nightfall, San Francisco's horror show. So let's get right into episode 4, in which I'm going to talk about Annabelle 2, Creation. So now, the first Annabelle was about the infamous doll that's located in the Warrens Museum in Connecticut. But this time, we're finding out how she came to be. So it's pretty well plotted, pretty well acted. It's not going to set the genre on fire, but if you want to see more about Annabelle, it's a pretty good entry into the franchise. And if you give it a miss, you give it a miss. You're not going to miss anything. So my whole thing is, personally, I felt that the whole story about Annabelle herself, the doll, the actual doll in Connecticut, is much more interesting than this movie. I think the second movie was better than the first, but the story behind the real doll was actually the main attraction for me. So I have actually seen Annabelle in person, and Annabelle is a large Raggedy Ann doll, and she's been possessed allegedly by the spirits of Annabelle Higgins, who was 7 years old when she met her untimely demise, and therefore she's possessed, of this Raggedy Ann doll. And so I think it's a very, very creepy doll. It's super large. It's almost too large and unwieldy, but the creeping flesh feeling that you get when you're next to it, it's real. It was real for me. And I was very glad that I happened to visit it on a day that the exorcist priest that they hire especially for protection against the evil of Annabelle was there, and allegedly twice a month at least he comes to perform a ritual of healing and binding of Annabelle so she doesn't spread her evil throughout Connecticut and then the world in terms of domination. So I think the story is better than the movie, but again, judge for yourself. My job is to guide you, not to lead you by the nose. That's for my dungeon, but that's another story. So moving on, I want to also mention quickly about Midnight Texas, which has been brought to life on NBC, and it's based on a series of books by Charlaine Harris. I have not read the books. In the interest of full disclosure, I'm going to do that this week, but I just want to let you know that Lemuel Bridger is one of my favorite characters. He's a vampire, and not only does he drink blood, but he's a psychic energy vampire. So I like the fact he's literate. I like the fact that they just did Lemuel Unchained in the previous episode, episode 3 I believe, and it was based on Django Unchained, and it was really well done, I think, and added a lot of depth to the series. So I will continue to watch, and I urge you to watch and follow them on Twitter as well. I believe it's at NBC Midnight Texas. So the other thing I wanted to mention quickly was I caught a rebroadcast of the 2010 movie Devil. It's a really interesting movie. I think psychologically as well as supernaturally, it really did the trick. And I know a lot of people moaned and groaned, and not in a good way, about it, but I really saw it as an example of the genre at its best. Literate, well done, well paced, well acted. And so I recommend it. I'm also looking forward to American Horror Story Cult, which is coming on September 5th. I'm really excited about that. It looks super spectacular, so I'm getting all chilled up for that. But in the meantime, we had to have a short video. We've had technical difficulties, so I'll be seeing you soon. Meow, meow.